story first. That's hard to follow. Good evening. Before I read Mary's story, I want to take time to wish Kurt and Jean and sweet Olivia and each and every one of you, my brothers and sisters and family in South Maine, a most wondrous Christmas. I also want to thank God for leading me here to this place of fulfillment. God bless you all. Lots of times we hear stories, and I love stories, but I tend to kind of pick them apart and kind of think what went on behind the scenes. So I thought maybe there was a little bit more that we could think about Mary on that night. So this is her story. Oh, I'm so weary. Traveling to Bethlehem has been a very tiring trip. But Joseph has been so patient with me, doing his best to make me comfortable. Of course, riding on a donkey is never an easy task, especially so when you're heavy with child as I am. But think of poor Joseph. He had to walk the whole distance, and he never once complained. When we arrived in Bethlehem, there wasn't even one small room where we could rest. I was so discouraged and exhausted. But Joseph was so sweet. He said, "Mary, don't worry. It'll be all right. Things will work out." And he was right. He soon found us shelter in a snug stable where the animals seemed not to mind sharing their space with newcomers, and like them, we would be warm and out of the weather. Oh, it felt so wonderful to lie down in the sweet-smelling hay with the soft sounds of the nearby animals. Although I knew the time for my baby's arrival was close, I was able to relax and smooth away my fears. Even the donkey that had carried me so far was contentedly chewing hay, slowly swishing his tail back and forth in a rhythm that is as old as time itself. Joseph tenderly checked to make sure that all was well and safe, and he placed a blanket over me. Then he sat close by, ready to respond should I need even one little thing. Soon the night became still, and we all drifted off into welcome sleep. It seemed that no time at all had passed when I was awakened by the fluttering of angel wings all around me. My babe was announcing that the time for his arrival had come, and a multitude of bright angels was there to lift him into the world, as was befitting a king. Imagine my pride and pleasure when a sweet angel placed my newborn son in my arms. Oh, what joy. Even though I know it's not possible, it seemed to me that the animals were singing along with the angels, welcoming this child. One by one, the angels silently slipped away, their chore complete. Only the angel Gabriel remained, clothed in golden light. As he appeared to float over the bed of hay upon which we lay, his arms raised out to the heavens, and in a glorious, thunderous voice, he proclaimed, "Here lies the Son of God, and you shall call him Jesus." Instantly, a crackling of the air was felt, and the angel Gabriel was gone. As if enough excitement had taken place in this night, darkness soon fell upon us, and all was silent. Soon we were all deeply sleeping, while the world spun and readied itself for for the announcement that was to come. Before long, a great luminous light crossed the sky and stopped directly over our stable. It seemed to me that this star shone brighter than 20 suns, lighting the way so that all could find their way to the place where their Messiah lay waiting. I was amazed to see shepherds begin to drift in, while a little shepherd boy took his place next to the crib, and he could not be lured away. Soon the stable was overflowing with townspeople bearing gifts of freshly baked bread and figs recently picked off the tree. Some women brought blankets of newly woven cloth, and husbands offered grain from their farms. A cobbler bore a pair of tiny sandals crafted from the smoothest leather. Each gift, no matter how humble, was offered and accepted in the name of the Messiah. Overhead, the stars seemed to shimmer and dance, drawing attention to 3 men coming up the road. Each of these richly robed men rode a fine camel, heavily burdened with gifts for the young king. Amazingly, these wise men had come from all corners of the earth. The news of the birth of the Son of God had traveled far. Like mothers everywhere, I often daydream of what life will bring to my son. I pray that he will be healthy and live a good life. But as the years pass, I watched as my son travels roads far from home, healing the sick and causing the blind to see. He performs miracles, all in the name of God, his Father. I am humbled that I was chosen to be the mother of this man who would suffer and die to save the world from sin. Yet sometimes I wonder, will the world remember? 1,000 years from now, will his name be known? But then, as we gather here together today, we know the answer to Mary's question. How blessed are we that we can celebrate his birth today, knowing that the son of that young, innocent girl is our salvation. God bless you all. Amen.